Well, it's week 4 of the Mountain West season here, and the Dogs right now are back home again for second straight week. Another big foe coming in with New Mexico on Thursday and Air Force on Saturday. We're here with Maci Murdock, a junior middle blocker, and this week's Mountain West Player of the Week. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So how'd you find out about the big news?
I actually found out about my teammate, Marissa Barron. She texted me saying congratulations, and I was like, for what? And then she said I got Mountain West Player of the Week, and I was like, oh, awesome. And then I saw it on the website as well.
You had 2 700 hitting totals last weekend with no errors in either match. That's amazing there. Also had 6 blocks in one match where you only had 3 sets to play. So were you surprised by how many blocks you're getting in such a short match?
I was surprised, yes, because you don't usually get high numbers for that. But also it helps with the outside. The pin hitters were getting their blocks, so that also helps my blocks as well.
I've heard coaches say that as far as blocking, sometimes it can be hard for players to develop that skill. It's almost more like innate or instinctive, or if you're trying to develop that skill, it usually comes last among college players. Would you agree with that, how unique a skill it is?
Definitely, I would agree with that. I think that's, for me personally, one of the hardest skills to accomplish, because there's so many techniques to it, and for me it's been the hardest challenge since I've been here, but we're still working on it and we're getting better.
I'm sure it's also something that's hard to adjust to when you're playing against these better teams versus high school teams. You haven't seen this level of hitters on the other side of the net.
Right.
Is there a certain style you use, or would it be like, you're probably not a swing blocker, but what do you do as far as the focus fundamental-wise?
Just focusing on pressing over and not slapping at the ball, because that's when we get a lot of nets, since when we slap. And we just want to get pressed over, our hands have to be strong, and so that's what I've been working on mostly this week, is getting over and just pressing my hands.
Is there any punishment if you guys get a blocking error or in the net?
Definitely, yes. We have to run a lot.
Yeah. What's the worst number of times you've had to run after a weekend or a match?
Oh, well, we usually count in practice, and I think the most was 12
oh my goodness.
At once. Yeah.
12 players or just 12 laps?
12 touches on the nets, and so we had to do pancakes. There's a lot of sprinting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, you also had a chance to serve for the first time last weekend. How'd that go?
It was good. I thought so. It was really good. I didn't serve in the beginning of the year, but starting now, and I think it's been working pretty well. But if I'm not doing so well, they have Jamie Lee Morrow also coming in. She does a wonderful job at serving. So, yeah.
The team has debuted a 6-2 offense here with 2 setters now rotating in and out there in the back row at all times, which means now we have 3 hitters in the front row. How has that adjusted the offense for the team?
I think it's good, because we're always having 3 hitters, and we have a very strong offense. And so when we have 3 hitters, it helps us a lot get kill after kill, and so I think it's helping a lot. Yeah.
But also you have a former libero and Christina Lee starting, also Brooke Legault, a freshman, come in there. Are you pretty impressed by how quickly they've adjusted to everybody's unique individual speeds and rhythms?
Oh, definitely, yeah. They both have adjusted really well, and especially Christina. She came from being a libero and then had to change quickly into becoming a setter, and had to play 2 days later, and she's done a really good job. And Brooke, being a freshman, it's different from high school going to college, and we've all been there, so she's doing a really good job as well. And also, especially from your position standpoint, those sets are usually a little quicker. Mm-hmm. You may start a little more well, I hope it works. It may not be pretty, but right. Has that worked out pretty well with those two? I think so, yeah. They try to tend to set higher than low, because us middles can hang for a while, so if they set high, we can usually get the ball over, but if it's low, it's usually harder to tip it, or because there's a huge block in front of us.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about a little bit some of the off-court stuff there. I heard that one of your favorite, heroes or accessories is Tinkerbell. Is this true?
Yes, I'm a little obsessed with Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Can we go back in behind the scenes with that?
Well, I was 6 years old, and I was in a play. I was in the Peter Pan play, and I really fell in love with Tinkerbell, because we had to watch the movie and we had to get to know the characters a little bit more, and I really liked Tinkerbell, but I was a lost boy in the play, and I really wanted to be Tinkerbell, but it was a light shining, so they said I couldn't be her. And so ever since then, I've loved Tinkerbell, and I have Tinkerbell on my wall nowadays, and my birthday, someone just got me a Tinkerbell journal and bag, and I'm obsessed with her. She's so cute. I love her.
That's awesome. I know you're also one of your hobbies or favorite things off the field is the 49ers. How are they playing right now?
They're doing pretty good. I think so. They have some good games, some bad games, but Kaepernick's from Turlock, so you got to represent 49ers, right?
That's awesome. And also talk about a little bit about, I guess one of your unique skills is your voice, your singing. Is this something you've always had a penchant for singing as loud and as clearly as you do?
Oh, definitely. My family is very loud and not obnoxious, just kind of, loud and crazy. And so obviously I've got that gene really loud, but I love singing. It's just my favorite thing to do. I like to be heard.
So what are your recent songs you've been belting out in the car or in the shower?
Oh, I would have to say Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. That's a great song to sing.
Yeah. Were you surprised by her transformation here a few weeks ago on the big award show?
Yes, she was kind of known as the innocent little Disney Channel artist and star, and now she's changed completely opposite, but I still love her. Her lyrics are awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what classes are you taking right now?
I'm taking geography and math, humanities, and kinesiology.
Any one that stands out in your mind as far as more fun or challenging you're taking right now?
I'd have to say challenging would be math, because I'm not very good at math, but kinesiology is my favorite because it's a PE for children, and I'm going to be a PE teacher, so it's awesome. I love it.
So what's your favorite you've had lately in class, the PE class?
I'm not sure.
Square dancing or anything crazy? Or
Well, we make up our own lesson plans, and we have to go and teach it to elementary students. So it's really cool. It's an awesome opportunity, I think.
So what are your recent plans about?
The most recent one where we had a space awareness, and we had to teach the kids how to keep their space from everyone. And so we went back to the movies Cars, and we related it to that, and they had to park themselves in this parking spots. So that was really fun.
Are there any kids that had problems that you had to kind of work with one-on-one?
No, there was a couple that were just rowdy and didn't really listen very well, but they're first graders, so it's hard to keep them trained and stuff.
In your background, do you have a little bit of insight on how to deal with those kind of kids who are rowdy and not focusing?
Yes, obviously I'm pretty rowdy and stuff, but yeah, I've worked with kids for a while, and my dad was a pastor, so I worked with the children's group there, and that's helped a lot actually with nowadays. So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, this week New Mexico visits on Thursday, the Save March Center, 7 o'clock match. If you're a student, come early for a big free pizza party. And then on Saturday, the Air Force Academy comes in for 11 a.m. match. That's an hour earlier than originally scheduled. They changed their travel schedule because they're playing also on Sunday at Boise State. And that match is salute to services. So basically, any service person who is active or a veteran can get in for free if they show a current military ID. So go Dogs.
Awesome.